All right, guys, it seems like the Glycine Combat Subs just keep rolling in. So at some point, maybe I'll see all of them. That would be kind of a treat. I know there's a ton of them, but I do have to say, of the black cased versions, this would be my pick, hands down. This is the best looking blacked coated case and bracelet version. This is the GL0079. It was sent in by a viewer of the channel, Ben. Big thanks, Ben, for sending this one in. Glad I was able to see it and share it with everyone else. So the reason I say this is probably the best looking one is I think it's the most legible, clean colorway. So the one thing that I really like about it is the use of the gray print on the handset. You can see it's like a matte gray, almost like a battleship gray, maybe a light gray, not so dark, but and then all of the numbers are also printed with the gray, outlined with the white, so that makes them very visible against that black dial. And then the lume is like a yellowish green tinted on lume. So I really like the use of the colors on this guy. So nice bezel insert there, a little shinier. And then classic Combat Sub, very thin and very well done indeed. So case size, 42 millimeter. Standard 42 mil case, not including the crown and crown guards. 50 millimeter lug to lug, but look how thin that case is and how much those lugs turn down and the way the bracelet instantly folds over. So even on a smaller wrist, guys, this is definitely going to work for you. I promise you. The thinness of it is only about 10 and a half. I measure 10.6 mil, so we'll just call it 10 and a half. 22 millimeter lug width, tapers down to 20. I would easily leave it on the bracelet, but this could, in all of the Glycine Combat Subs, can be strap monsters, whether you want to put it on an elastic strap or NATO strap or whatever the heck you want to do, two-piece, it's going to pull it off. But the bracelet, solid end links, that center link articulates, so it's going to be very comfortable on wrist, and it's well fitted. Milled out center portion of the clasp, this is all stamped metal here, 4 micro adjust, kind of like almost Seiko Orient-ish, but it remains really thin and very familiar and very tight and clean and easy to use. With this milled out part here, it would be like more of a premium of what those are. So no dive extension, not needed, no big deal. A little bit of wear marks there on the bracelet. So on the case back, you're going to notice the part number GL0079, like I mentioned. Sapphire crystal, 200 meter water resist, all stainless steel automatic, and then of course their logo there. So as with all Glycine Combat Subs, the crown and stem system is amazing. Excellent pop, very robust. You can see how thick it is in there. Go unscrew the crown on your Seiko or Orient or whatever else you're wearing and look at it, because it does not look like that. And then even when you pull it all the way out, there's no movement. I mean, it is super solid. This one has maybe a touch, but the time setting on it is very clean. It should have a, I forget what movement they call it, but they brand it as a GL whatever, but it should be basically an ETA 2824. So very clean winding. I threw this on the time grapher and I wrote down what it was performing at. Let's see. +5 seconds. That's in the dial up position. So very healthy numbers across the board and a +5 performance. This thing is definitely going to be a killer watch. So 60 click bezel, very snappy, nice sound to it, easily to grip even though it's a really thin coin bezel, and everything lines up really good. So price points on these are actually really good too. On the used market, I would expect to probably pay, I don't know, if you go over to eBay, there's a bunch of them new listed in the $700 to $1,000 range. You're not going to pay that. I think used to like new, like this one, I think you should expect to pay $350. And then occasionally there will be a screaming deal out there, but don't expect it. This is on my 7 1/4, and it feels so good. It fits so good on wrist, guys. These Combat Subs are killer. At some point, I'm probably going to add one to my collection. I don't know which one. I think I want the full stainless model with that orange accents. I think that's probably the one I would want. But if I were looking for the black cased model, this would be the one right here easily. So let me close you out with a lume shot. I'm going to keep this video kind of short because I've already shown about a dozen of these, it seems like, recently anyway. So you can see the loom, you have the indices, and then you have even those gray printed on numbers. You can still see those are actually loomed as well. And then that really nice handset. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. I will check you on the next vid.